Hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. Hope you all are well and having a nice time. I am back with another video, and in this one I'll run you through the rules that are necessary for the World Cup fantasy, and definitely I'll talk about my first draft. So if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do that and help me reach 700 subs sooner. There will be loads and loads of fantasy content coming onto the channel, so make sure you don't miss out and do subscribe. So starting with the rules first, as we are about to pick our pick out the first draft, there are some restrictions imposed during the group stage, round of 16, and similar to all the stages that are available in the tournament. So looking at the group stage here, we can only pick out maximum 3 players from a nation, and then it increases in round of 16, and as the tournament progresses, this restriction gets a bit easier and easier with one more or a couple more players adding to this restriction point. So now the thing is that there is another thing available, that is the auto pick feature for your side. If you don't want to pick out the team, you can just select auto pick, but I would highly recommend that you go for the manual selection. Now looking at the captaincy stuff, I went too fast. So yeah, looking at the captaincy stuff, so for each match day you are allowed to pick a captain. That happens in every fantasy, and you can just click on the captain icon and just select the captain for your side. Now here you can change your captain an unlimited amount of times as long as the new captain hasn't played for your side. So for instance, on Monday you think you gave the armband to Harry Kane and he didn't score, or like he just scored 1 goal, and you think on Tuesday Messi has a game and you think that he might go big or give you a couple of goals. You can change that armband to Lionel Messi from Harry Kane. But remember that whatever Harry Kane has doubled you will be lost, and the new points would be doubled for Lionel Messi. That happens in every fantasy, like the double points. But this captain changing thing is new here, similar to the UCL fantasy thing. So now we move on to the substitutions. I'm going to read the part here and then explain it to you so it would be easier. So when creating a team, you must also select 4 players to be located on your bench, like that happens in every other fantasy. Now the thing that here is that you can either do the manual substitution, like on Monday you've got some players playing, and then on Tuesday the Tuesday players are on the bench. You can on Tuesday you can switch out the Monday players out of your side and then put in the Tuesday players, and similar is the case with the Wednesday, Thursday and Friday sort of thing. So yeah, now if you're busy, you cannot do the substitutions. There is a thing known as automatic substitution, and that is automatic substitution will only happen at the end of a match day, allowing you to make manual substitutions up until the start of the final match of the match day. So automatic substitutions work like that. The players that have not featured in your side would be taken out at the end of the match day, and the players that have scored, that have scored or got some points, would be inserted in the field automatically. But that happens only when you have not made any substitutions by yourself. So you are able to sub out player in your starting 11 for a player on your bench who has not yet played in the current match day. In this situation, your points for the subbed out player will no longer count towards your score, and the points for the subbed in player will count instead. So yeah, you can just replace a player who's playing. You can say Di Maria got you 2 points and you've got Sterling on the bench. On Monday, Di Maria played with those 2 points. You can take him out on Tuesday and put in Sterling, and now the 2 points will be deducted from the total you got, and the points that Sterling scores will be counted in your subtotal. So that is the case in every fantasy, but you like in FPL you get the automatic substitution. Here you can make the manual substitutions. Now there are some chips available here. Now looking at the chips part, once the tournament begins, you will have the opportunity to use one of 3 available boosters. So there is a wild card, will allow you to make unlimited transfers within a specific round. So in the round, like mentioned here, this cannot be used for the first match of the group stage or the round of 16, as you get unlimited transfers in the first match or the round of 16 or the start of round of 16. So apart from that, you can use your wildcard anywhere. There's a 12-man chip here that will allow you to select 1 additional player to score points for your team in a particular match day. When selected, the 12-man cannot be substituted, captained or transferred. You can select any player to be your 12-man's budget, or team restrictions do not count here. So yeah, you can select any person on the bench to be your 12th man. So this is the chip that is new here. Then you've got the power captain that will allow you to get double points from your captain. in your from your 15-man squad. This player will automatically be assigned the captaincy. So the thing here is that any player that scores the most points, you just have to activate the chip, and any player that will score the most points in your full 15-man squad will automatically be assigned the captaincy at the end of the match day. So this is how the chips work. So once we play, it would be more easier for you to understand if you're having some troubles. But the transfer is pretty similar to the UCL fantasy thing. Pre-tournament you get unlimited, before start of match day two transfers. In the group stage you get 2 transfers each for the match day, then unlimited transfer for round of 16, then 4 transfers for quarterfinals, 5 for the semis, and 6 for the final one. So yeah, now looking at the point scoring system, that is another necessary thing here. Now the appearance or the 60-minute marks, if a player plays 60 minutes would get you +1 point. The assist would get you 3. The yellow card obviously -1, red card -2, own goal -2, winning a penalty would give you a +2, and conceding would only be a -1. Now, how would the goalkeeper be of use to you? So the clean sheet obviously will get you +5. So you usually get 4 points, but here it is +5. If you concede a goal, you get 0 points. Each additional goal conceded would be a -1. Goal scored +9. So if a goalkeeper scores a goal, it would be a +9. Now you would actually be surprised to hear this, but when the team is losing, because this is a World Cup and this is a lifetime opportunity for teams. So when a team is losing, you would see keepers coming into the box for the corners, and luckily some of them might score too. So moving on to the penalty save, it will give you +3, and every 3 saves would give you a +1 point. Now the defenders, a clean sheet would give you 5. He has to play 60 minutes. If he concedes a goal, it's a 0. Each additional goal conceded would result in a -1, and if he scores, it will be a +7. For the midfielders, clean sheet will give you a +1, goal scored +5. Now here is something different. You can pick the cheap defensive mids, as every 3 tackles he makes or every 2 key passes he makes would give you an additional point. So these would be good recovery points for your side. Now looking at the forwards, goal scored +5, every 2 shots on target would be a +1. So yeah, rest of the things are pretty easier to understand. These are nothing important. Now we move on to the team that I have created. A little bit load here on the side, and yep, this is what I have. Wait, let me just scroll down a little bit so you can see it clearly. Yep, this is what I have got for my side. I'll start talking about things from the keepers. So Franco Armani is someone I've picked up, as the Argentines haven't announced their squad yet. I'm pretty sure Martinez would be in and he would be the first choice keeper. So yeah, he would play in the side. So once he's in, I'll probably put him inside the in the field and take Armani out. Now the reason to pick the Argentine goalkeeper is that Argentina has been brilliant since 2019. They haven't conceded more than 10 goals, I guess, in the past year, and that is a big thing. And they haven't lost a game yet since 2019, as far as I can remember. Probably I might have missed a couple games, but I'm pretty sure they haven't lost a game in a while. So they are a defensively solid side. Obviously, they are now gonna miss Giovanni Lo Celso, as there has been a news update. But their defenders, like Romero is back. Romero is gonna play. Otamendi is gonna play. There is Martinez from Man United. So yeah, their defense is pretty solid. The midfield is alright. Their attack is pretty solid. So Argentina is a big contender for the World Cup this season, and I'm pretty confident with the group they have. If you look at the games Franco Armani has, you see he plays Saudi Arabia first, then there is Mexico, and there is Poland, I guess, here. Yep, Poland here. So yeah, these are the fixtures, and these are not very difficult fixtures. I mean, KSA would be an easy fixture, Mexico another easy fixture, Poland might be one tough game, but still Argentina is they are a pretty strong side for this group, and I think they are gonna top the group, and this is why I'm pretty satisfied with Armani at the back. I've taken him out. Let me just put him back in. So yeah, now We move on to the other keeper, that is Jan Sommer, and the particular reason I've picked him up in the goal is that, on the bench I would play him, and the reason is that he makes a lot of saves. We've seen him in Bundesliga. He's a maniac, man. He's pretty busy at the back. He's always saving, and he returns a lot of save points, and that is the sole reason why I've picked up Jan Sommer. Now I'm not locked in with these picks, as these are the initial picks. I would update you guys with the final team once I'm pretty decided with what to do. So these are the two keepers first. Then we look at the defenders. João Cancelo, attacking wingback from Portugal. Portugal has a good group. Another side that is a good group, and João Cancelo has the tendency to provide attacking returns, and that is the particular reason why I've gone for him. Similar is the case with Denzel Dumfries. Dumfries is an attacking wingback, and they have got a strong defense. So yeah, clean sheets would be a big bonus in this fixture. Now Joachim Mahele faces Tunisia in the first game, and the specific reason is similar to why I've picked up other wingbacks. There is Matty Cash on the bench, another attacking wingback, but the sole reason to pick up Matty Cash is that they've got a nice group, and I am expecting clean sheets from this side. Now Ronald Araujo is, he was injured, but I've read news now. This is verified news that he has seen the green light. He has been given the green light by the medical staff. So he will be traveling with the World Cup squad, and he will be playing. So yeah, 3 million defender. He's a pretty solid centre back. He's going to be there, and Uruguay would look a pretty better side with Ronald Araujo. So yeah, 3 million defender would be definitely a bonus with the clean sheets if he provides. Now we move on to the midfield. I'm not pretty satisfied with the midfield picks yet, but I've got Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané would probably be a nailed-on pick for me. I would keep him, but I'm looking at someone like Sterling if I could replace Leroy Sané. But I'm pretty satisfied with Leroy Sané here. Leroy Sané looks to be a pretty nailed-on guy for Germany. Then I've got Eriksen on set pieces. He's pretty involved player. He picks up key passes and all the other things that provide additional points. Now Rodri is just a defensive mid, and the case is similar to why I've picked up Eriksen. Eriksen usually is among attacking returns. He's on the set pieces, but Rodri would give me those tackle points because he is pretty busy with that, the tackle points and the key passes. Now Mohamed Kudus has been exceptional for Ajax. He has been scoring goals even in the UCL. He was a pretty nice pick for all those who have picked him, who did pick him up. So yeah, that is a pretty sole reason why I picked up Mohamed Kudus. And Leonardo Trossard from Belgium is another pick that I've currently picked up. Trossard has been in form too. He has been in form for Brighton, and I think that he would be able to continue his form with a good group, and definitely with the likes of all the other players they have. So this is how the midfield is looking like. Now we move on to the forwards. I'm pretty satisfied with the forwards. I'm pretty sure if Memphis Depay returns, I wouldn't have to make any more changes in the front three. I'm pretty satisfied with Lionel Messi. Now if you don't want to pick up Lionel Messi, I would highly suggest someone from Argentina, as they are a top-notch side, and I would pick up Lautaro Martinez up front if you're not going for Messi. But I would say Messi because he is their main man. And then I've got Neymar Jr. Neymar, definitely Brazil's main man. He is a nailed-on starter. He'll play every game, and he has been in tremendous form in PSG, and I think he would continue this form for Brazil too. Of course, there are the other likes of others like Gabriel Jesus and all the other players that have been picked up by the squad, but I'm not pretty sure that they would be those nailed-on starters as nailed-on as Neymar is. Then I've got Memphis Depay, who's got a great track record for the Dutch, and yeah, he is one of those players that is usually among the goals and is their main man. So yeah, that is why I've picked him up. So I still have like 1.5 million in the bank, and I'm not locked in so far, but this is pretty much what I've cashed up so far. I'd look at the FDR and all the other things before locking in, and I will definitely post the final team once I'm pretty much locked in. Let me know what are you planning for your first draft. What are the picks that you think are the must own, and what is the chip strategy? Now, talking about chip strategy, what I would suggest is that if you are not aware of most of these international players, and this is your first time playing a fantasy, I would suggest you go in with what your gut says during the first part of the group stage, and in match day 2 you could definitely hit that wild card and target the other two games, other two match days, match day 2 and match day 3 with the wild card. So that is one thing you could do, or you can hold it off and use it in the round of 16. But so far this would be my draft. Let me know what you're planning. What are your suggestions? What are the must-own players you think should be in defense, in goal, and what are those golden picks or the differential picks that you're looking at? So this currently is it from my side. Thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe and hit that like button.